So hi Capricorn, I am doing some September general readings. We'll see how it goes. My channel seems to have been swallowed up in YouTube, so we'll see if there's support for it. So anything you can do to support the channel, and we'll see how it goes. So I've been advised to try and keep the readings within 15 minutes. So I will try. I have not managed once yet, but let's see what's going on. So you have got the Lenormand of the Moon. The Moon's very different in the Lenormands from a general tarot reading, because in the general tarot cards it can be about the unknown, it can be about fears. In the Lenormands, it's generally believed this moon is about romance and relationships. Now, the moon does go through phases, and I'm sort of laughing at that. So, as all our relationships do, I might need to look at some more cards to actually see what it means to you. But it can, there might be relationship issues going on for you. I mean, it can mean fantastic romance, or it can be what on earth is going on in this situation, you know, because one minute the moon's there and then suddenly it's empty. Well, it appears empty and then it's back again. So it can be a little bit baffling, I have to say it. So what I'm going to do is pull 7 cards. We're going to stick with the general layout for now until maybe something better comes along. And let me see, it's sort of a joke, 15 minutes, but we'll try. And then if it works and there's some energy with the channel, I might think about going back to weeklies, because I really enjoyed the weeklies. I enjoyed the weeklies more than the monthlies. So what you're looking for is the 3 of Wands. So you might be waiting. So the moon might have disappeared. You might be waiting on news. The gift is the sun. Fantastic. Because the sun is illumination. It's bringing clarity to something. Tends to be a fantastic card. The challenge is the King of Swords. Your relationships, you've got the Tower card. I will clarify that. Can I move the camera so you can see the cards? It's Aquarius energy, and the Aquarius is the challenge. King of Swords is Aquarius, what rules all the air signs. I will clarify. The Tower is one of my favourite cards, especially when it shows up with something like the sun, because that's about illumination and breakthroughs and the oppression and the lack of clarity sort of just disappearing. Money and work, you get the Hierophant, which is a great card to have because it represents stability and security. Provides your essential needs, which is Taurus. High Priestess at a soul level. The Mystic. The Oracle. Contacting your depths, being, you know, self-inquiry, listening to your intuition, listening to your guidance. And then you get Temperance as the outcome, which is that's a really interesting combination, because Temperance, I always say Temperance is about spiritualizing our emotions, which simply means we listen to our instincts. It's not even something that's bizarre. We listen to what we need and what we feel. And I don't know why it's got to the point in life where that is such a challenge. It's quite often things like people pleasing, lack of self-esteem, that prevents us by being true to our own voice and listening to our yes, listening to our no. If that's a relationship card, Temperance is one of the best cards you can get in relationships because it's a really good merging of energies. And there does seem to be a relationship theme with that Lenormand card. What you want is a 3 of Wands, which means you're waiting on news by the looks of it. It might be from the King of Swords, or it might be about anything. It could be about news around work. It could be a person. What's the news? But I think it might be around work and finances, the Queen of Pentacles. You might have gone through something, because remember the peacock gets its tail because it ate its thorns. I'm sort of laughing because isn't that just we become who we are? It's our challenges that push us to our victories, essentially. So this might be news about finances. This is a great card to have, the Hierophant, because the Hierophant is a lot of people want the earth cards in the earth houses because they're stable, they're solid. A lot of people, some people don't. Some people are okay. It all depends. There's no right and wrong. I mean, I work for myself, but I still would love, I love seeing the Hierophant, guys. Just trust me. It's your essential needs. Taurus, your earth, your security is being provided for. Okay? So if any of you are waiting for news, this is fantastic. Okay? Now the gift is the Sun card. Whatever the sun touches, when the sun shows up as a gift, you're in for a wonderful month, guys. It's a yes to whatever question you've got going on. It just is. It's sort of just, it's like, it's almost like happy birthday. And this is the gift. So this sun is bringing in the news, and I think for some of you it might be around a job and work. It looks very, very good, by the way. It might be around a relationship. So you've got an air sign person showing up. I think for some of you this is obviously an Aquarius, because you've got 2 Aquarius cards showing up. And obviously your ruling sign is an Aquarius, so there's going to be a lot of that energy around for you. Some people love Aquarius energy, some don't. The fact that you look at tarot readings, I would assume you're a Capricorn who liked the Aquarius energy, okay? So why is this King of Swords a challenge? I'm laughing. Because as a challenge, this can be a bit of a pain, because it can be someone who's like an ice, you know. I do read for quite a lot of Capricorns, and you probably know this reading is probably for years. It can be quite a frozen energy, you know. Aquarius in the shadow, not in the gift, but in the shadow, it's like detached, able to cut, can be very rejecting energy. And they reject because they just withdraw. So with the 9 of Wands, so yeah, you might be dealing with a little bit of a defensive relationship reading here. But Capricorn, we're not going to get really stressed out about here, because you've got some other wonderful stuff going on. So what's the Tower doing in relationships? I mean, the Tower is my favourite tarot card, especially when it shows up with the aces, and particularly when it shows up with the Sun card. It's a breakthrough. It breaks through stuck energy. It breaks through the 7. You know, Saturn's got 7. That's the 7. So the 7 pillars of Hercules. It's like another mountain to climb, and the Tower comes and breaks it through. It's like a moment of lightning that brings something new. So yeah, you've got the Ace of Cups with that. Oh boy, Capricorn. Oh boy. This is like this, I've got another way of putting this, by the way. I'm trying to get the right word. This is like, you know, in times in your life, you get these sudden events that happen that sort of blow your world apart. in a very, very good way, but in a quite a shocking way. So it could be love at first sight, by the way. Yeah. And that's what the Tower and the Ace of Cups, they show up together when it's a very, like, walls come down, something quite, I mean, it's shocking because it's like, where on earth did this come from? I wasn't expecting this, and suddenly, and quite, I have to say something, Capricorn, and please don't shout at me, quite often the challenge is the other person is not always able to enter into the relationship, not right away, because it's an uncontrolled bolt from nowhere, like, oh my god, this person's my soulmate. Yeah, that's what these cards represent. And I'm not a, honestly guys, I know what these cards mean. I've had them before in my life, and they tend to represent one challenge. The challenge is the other person's already involved, and they've got a lot of defenses, there's a lot of fear, which maybe is what that means. But you know what, Capricorn, I'll tell you, even with all its challenges, this is a one in a lifetime set of events. Where's Venus going to be? Libra. So it might be something bigger. It's probably Uranus that's bringing it in. So let me carry on, because I'm trying to keep these to 15 minutes. I know, it's awful. So the Hierophant in money and work is absolutely fantastic. And I don't know why it stood out to me, because actually Virgo got an earth card in the earth houses. Why is the Hierophant? What's going on with Capricorn regarding their money and work? Oh, is this a doors beginning to open? Seven of Wands. Opportunities. That's probably what you've been waiting for, as opportunities coming your way. So, but any of you have been, a lot of people have been reorganizing their life since COVID. So if for some of you who are already in regular work, you know, a lot of people, and that's sort of a lot of what I've been doing, is how can we broaden ourselves? How can, I mean, it's not always about making more, but getting yourself in a position where you have, so I might have a job, but I've also started to develop something else. So most people have been doing that since COVID. I would not far off say just about everyone that I've been working with. So starting to build other things. So I guess a lot of people learn not to put all their eggs in one basket. So that there's news coming your way. Doors are going to begin to open financially and emotionally. The High Priestess at a soul level, because the Seven of Wands is, a lot of people say, oh my god, it's defended. No, the door's opening. It always brings opportunities. I've never seen it not beginning to open up a process. The cat, you know, I know, I read a lot, guys, okay? High Priestess at a soul level, so there is a little bit of yin, nighttime, connecting with your soul, connecting, because remember Capricorn, everything comes from there. Yin, you know, we attend to ourselves, and then the outside world begins to reflect that. You know, sort of, so some people go, oh, the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is just attending to our inner well-being. What are we thinking? What beliefs do we have? How is our garden? How's my unconscious mind? So when I say what is my unconscious mind, it's like, what am I believing? What am I believing? Because our beliefs direct our thoughts, our feelings. So when the High Priestess showed up at a soul level, there's a massive amount going on in your life, but at a soul level, it's beautiful. It's almost like, I don't want to say a pullback, but there's almost like, no matter what goes on, I'm building my external, there's definitely a relationship here. I am my own pillar, yeah, because that's what creates a healthy relationship. One-on-one is a living Yeah, do you understand what I mean? It's as I stand as a healthy soul, then I'm open to meeting someone at that level. And it's not that life doesn't happen, because life is always going to happen, but we understand often the bigger picture. We allow more, we allow processes. Then you get the temperance, so you're very, very in tune with your emotions here. So temperance card, again, it's spiritualizing the emotions, listen to your intuition. If this is relationships, it's a perfect harmony. It's a perfect balance. It's like, you got the 10 of Cups, so this is relationships. There's going to be fulfillment, there's going to be movement, but the 10 of Cups can also be, there's something going on around your finances, which is fantastic. Remember, our finances simply are the ground under our feet. They are our essential requirements. Like a tree needs soil, that's it. So that's how an earth card and an earth position is fantastic. It's like you're being nurtured, you're being cared for. And the 10 of Cups is like cups running over, so I'm connecting and sharing with other people. It's just overall celebration and good news, Capricorn. Okay, fantastic reading. Thank you and Virgo so far. So I'm going to see how it goes, guys. If I can find just a little bit of energy, then I might even come back to weeklies, because I've really enjoyed doing them and I've really missed you all. Anyhow, lots of love, guys, and link to my email below. I forgot to say that in every single reading. My website's underneath and my email. Lots of love. Bye.